Hey, y'all, let's put on some socks and let's go somewhere. You never know who's watching. Have you ever been outside and you're walking and all of a sudden you accidentally fall back, fall into the dirt, and you look around and see if anybody saw you and how embarrassing that would be? Have you ever fell down spiritually into the dirt? Did something that you shouldn't have done and you're looking to see if anybody saw you? You never know who's watching. Well, let's put on some socks and let's go into the year of 1812. We're in Harmony, Pennsylvania, and we're going to meet Emma Hill, who later becomes Emma Smith. Her father was Isaac, her mother, Elizabeth, and she grew up in her little hometown of Harmony and from a wealthy family. Well, at the age of 7, she wanted God in her life. She wanted to know of God and learn of his teachings. So she goes out in the woods, kind of a common practice back then to kind of go out in the woods and pray. And, she went praying by herself at the age of 7, crying and wanting to know of God and wanting God to touch her father's heart because it was up to the father, Isaac, if any gospel studying and gospel living was happening in the Isaac and Elizabeth Hill home. Well, as she was praying by herself, she thought nobody wasn't watching. Her dad, Isaac, who was a hunter who loved to hunt out in the woods, was out there hunting, and he sees his 7-year-old precious daughter, Emma, praying out loud. And he overhears the words that she wants to learn of God and she wants her dad to be part of it. It touched Isaac's heart. He ended up joining a church there in Harmony and began to have gospel studies in their home and became a Christian. Emma Smith was an elect lady. She went through a lot. She lost her first child there in her hometown with Joseph Alvin. She lost her twins. She left Harmony, left her mom and dad, and never saw them again when she moved to Kirtland. She stood by Joseph's side even when he was locked up in Liberty. She crossed the Mississippi River on foot with her kids, holding on to the manuscripts. To go back when this revelation was given, Emma Smith was excited about her special baptismal day. Even the day of her baptism, mobs came and wrecked up the place and messed up the dam. And Joseph, her husband, got arrested. And it wasn't until 2 months later that she received the gift of the Holy Ghost. They're in Harmony. And it was that day when Joseph Smith received this revelation, Dr. Covenant, section 25, which says in verse 3, "Behold, thy sins are forgiven thee, and thou art an elect lady whom I have called." You never know who's watching. At the age of 7 in the year of 1812, she was out in the woods praying, hoping for change and adjustments in her home, wanting gospel living to be happening in her house. And it wasn't until her dad, Isaac, was out hunting when he saw an example and faith of a young 7-year-old girl, Emma. Emma's parents never joined the church, but Emma was exposed to gospel living, Bible studying, and having that support from her mom and dad of learning about God helped her tremendously to prepare to be an elect lady and the wife of the prophet, Brother Joseph Smith.